can imagine there's quite a few of us after 2020 that are eager to move into the new year and make some changes, build some habits, get rid of some old ones and start putting some things into place. Now, I wanted to make this video today to share with you a couple of really helpful tips that I know from personal experience work extremely well and will give you such a better chance of making those changes that you want to make. Now, if it's your first time here, guys, my name's Danny Sykes. On this channel, I talk about business, self-development, spirituality, philosophy. If you're into that and you like this and you like me, give me a subscribe, like the video and show me some love in the comments. Every little bit helps. All right, let's get into it. We've all been there, eager to make a change, things that we want to do. We give it a try for a little bit, we get frustrated and we give up. You're not alone. So many people do that. I do it, so many people do it. There was a very interesting statistic and study done in the US last year where they studied, I think it was 5,313 gyms across the country. And they found that over all of those gyms, 63% of all of the members never went. Crazy. 82%, I think, of all of the members only went less than once a week. So that's 18% of all the members that went more than once a week, which is crazy. Now, if you're watching this and you fall into that category of being a member but never going, don't worry, don't feel bad. You had the drive, you had the eagerness to get yourself signed up, and give yourself a pat on the back for that, because you did it. You just had your systems wrong, and the way that you went about it just probably wasn't quite the right way for what you needed to do to stick to it. But we've all been there, like I said. You know, just because I'm sitting here today doing this video and I'm going to give some tips about it, doesn't mean that I've never fallen prey to giving something up for not executing it in the right way. Now, there's two main things that will kill your habit creation or your new goal or whatever it is that you're trying to do. The first one is trying to do too much at once. So, what happens if you try and juggle too many balls or mandarins at once? You drop them. All I could think about when I was doing that was when I was a kid, I used to love juggling with fruit. Bit weird, I don't know. But my mum used to constantly shout at me, "Daddy, stop juggling the fruit, you're gonna bruise it." Sorry, Mum, it was for demonstration purposes this time. Is it weird that I juggled with fruit? Let me know in the comments if that's something that you did too as a kid. The fact of the matter is that a lot of us have so many things that we want to do and change about ourselves that when we get to the new year, we think, right, it's time. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna learn to juggle mandarins. We want to lose weight. We want to get fit. We want to start yoga. We want to learn to play an instrument. We want to learn to juggle mandarins. I'll stop now. The list goes on and it goes on. Try as we might, we try and do all these things at exactly the same time. We go absolutely full send on the goal setting. Everything that we've ever wanted to do about ourselves, we're like, right, it's a new year, new me. I'm doing it all, I'm gonna get it done. And it's a good feeling. You're motivated, you're uplifted, you feel good. You're gonna make that change. You're gonna become the person you've always wanted to be. But, you know, we all know what happens next. You try to do too much at once and you drop your mandarins. They get bruised, I get sent to my room, my ego gets bruised, and you revert back to your old habits, to your old ways. And it's so easy for that to happen. You spread yourself too thin. You've only got so much energy. There's only so much you can do. And it all collapses on top of each other. So this brings us to habit and goal killer number 2. Not believing you are the kind of person that is able to associate with the kind of person you'll be if you'll achieve this goal. I'll explain a bit more. Now, we find this really hard, and this is an absolute pain in the arse, this one, because most of the time we don't even realise that this is going on in our heads. It's completely subconscious, not thinking we're good enough for something, or not being able to accurately associate ourselves with a particular place or a particular achievement. And it starts when we're kids. I think you'll all be able to relate to this. You know, when you're younger and you have authority figures around you, mum, dad, nan, granddad, auntie, uncle, whatever, or your teachers, and you know, they say something like, oh, yeah, nah, Danny's not very good at art. Danny can't draw very well. Danny's in bottom set for art. Danny draws stick men and that's the best he can do. Danny pretends he doesn't care about it, but he really does. Anyway, you get what I mean. What I'm trying to say is that we get told that, we're kids. Your mum tells you that, your teacher tells you that. Everybody else says, oh yeah, you're shit at art, mate, unfortunately. You're like, I am shit at art. And you carry that forward, and now you're, in your mind, you're not good at drawing, you're not good at art. And anytime a situation comes up where you could potentially draw something or anything artistic, you instantly shell up and go, no, I'm actually not any good at art. But it's rubbish. You might not have had the same ability as other people that were in your class at the time to draw a particular thing, but that doesn't mean that you cannot do art. It's just your teacher's perception of it based on your sets at school and other people. And they've said, you're in the bottom set, you're no good. You've gone home and your mum said, oh, you must be no good at art. But that's not the truth. It's their truth. It's their perception of the truth. But we lap it up because we're kids and we don't know any different. And we're just like, okay, yeah, I'm just being told what to do, I'm a kid. And you carry that forward in your life. And it's not just that one situation. That happens with everything. And you create this sense of identity around the events that happen in your life. And then what you're told, your susceptibility to believe what you're told, and then what you think about it from that point onwards creates who you are as a person. And I know that's a little bit hard to get your head around, but basically your sense of identity is just one version of what you could have ended up being. It just depends what you listen to and what you think about what happens to you in your life. So when it comes to trying to create a new habit, you're the sort of person, let's say you've never been to the gym. In your mind, you're not a gym goer, you're not fit, you're not healthy. So going to the gym feels extremely foreign and weird, and you've never seen yourself as that person. You've always felt insecure about your body, and you've never been proud of your ability for physical exercise. So you're already putting yourself up against the ropes before you've even started, because before you even walk into that gym, you're not a gym goer. It's really hard to get beyond that mindset and to be able to get in and do the things that you need to do to be able to pick up that habit. You're shooting yourself in the foot before you begin to run. And if you add that on top of trying to do too many of these things at once that you don't associate yourself with being able to do, it's the end of the road, mate, before you've even started. You're never gonna stick to that. It's just not gonna happen. So the first tip is the 5-minute rule, or the 10-minute rule. It doesn't matter, they're the same. Essentially, the 5-minute rule states that whatever new habit or new goal you're working towards, just do it for 5 minutes at a time. So let's say, for example, you want to start going to the gym or you want to start running. Just do it for 5 minutes for the first week. So let's say you want to go to the gym 5 times in the week. We have a tendency, like I said, as soon as we try and get into these things, we want to just be as good as we can, as quick as we can. But what happens is we try too much, we juggle too many mandarins at once and we drop them. Things get too hard and we give up. So the 5-minute rule basically just says, do it for 5 minutes a day, every day. And it's good if you can do it at the same time. So go to the gym for 5 minutes, walk in, do a 5-minute run, walk out. And it doesn't matter. Give yourself a break. You don't have to be going to the gym for 45 minutes or 60 minutes the first time that you go. But a lot of people go down to the gym, they see everybody working out really hard, they feel shit about themselves, they walk out, they've had a crap workout, they can barely run, they can barely lift anything, and they give up. They make themselves feel like shit. Just give yourself a bloody break. You're trying to start a new habit, you're a beginner. It doesn't matter that you can't do it as well as the other people that are currently in the gym or the other people that are running. You've only just started. Everybody has to start somewhere. Every single person that you see that is good at something today was a complete beginner at some point. And anyway, anybody who gets really good at something is because they keep that beginner mindset. They're always learning, they're always growing. And any single habit that you pick up, you can apply this rule to. If you want to learn to play the piano, do it for 5 minutes a day. If you want to start reading books, read for 5 minutes a day. The whole point is to get yourself used to the repetition, get yourself used to performing that habit, and give yourself a break. Like I said, you've only just started. 5 minutes a day for the first week, then jump it up to 10 minutes for the second week. Keep it at 10 minutes for the third week. It's up to you. The most important thing with building any new habit is the consistency and the longevity. You go too hard, too fast, you're gonna drop your mandarins. Give yourself a break, start fresh, 5 minutes. Do what you can and do your best, and then build slowly from there. And you've got such a better chance of sticking to that habit and achieving long-term success. Tip number 2, choosing to believe. Now I know this sounds a little bit cliche. Believe in yourself, just believe in yourself. And you know, most people are like, well, I don't. And look, I completely understand. Choosing to believe in yourself isn't something for most people that you can literally just flick a switch and all of a sudden you lose all of your self-doubt and you believe wholeheartedly in your next endeavour. And I'm not expecting that of you or anybody at all. What I'm trying to say here is that when it comes to building a new habit or doing anything at all in your life, if you don't associate yourself or believe in yourself in any way with what you're trying to do, then you are going to fail because you just aren't allowing yourself to be that kind of person. Now, like I said, I'm not trying to say you've got to instantly believe in who you are 100% all the time, but you need to give yourself permission to have, and give yourself permission to be a gym goer, give yourself permission to be a runner, give yourself permission to play the piano. Because what it comes down to at the end of the day is you limiting yourself with your own limiting beliefs. And that's all it comes down to. 99% of the time, any opinion that you have about yourself, such as you're not good at something, didn't come from you originally. It's either come from somebody else or it's come from a situation. And what you've then done is made an agreement with yourself, and you've accepted and agreed that you're no good at that, or you're just not that kind of person. And that's all it is. It's just an agreement. It's just an opinion. Anybody who goes to the gym, anybody who runs, anyone who plays the piano, they are just like you. They're no different. They've just given themselves permission to go at it, and they believe that they can do it. And that's all it comes down to. Believing in your ability to be able to do something. And you don't need to believe that you can become a professional straight away, maybe, but you just need to believe that you're the type of person that is able to do this, and you are. You're a human being. You're able to go to the gym and run and lift weights just like everybody else. You're able to play the piano just like everybody else. You know, it might take you a little bit longer than some other people that have, you know, maybe some pure natural talent when it comes to certain activities, but you'll just go down on your own path, on your own journey, and that's absolutely fine. That's all you need. It's not about what anyone else is doing. It's about you. It's about your path. It's about your journey. So from today, if this resonates with you and you feel like you've been this kind of person, decide to believe that you are capable of becoming the sort of person or achieving the sort of level with the activity that you want to do, because you absolutely are. Give yourself a break. Try your best. Pick up your new habits. Do them for 5 minutes a day. Believe that you're the sort of person that can do it, and allow yourself to associate yourself and your sense of identity with whatever it is that you want to do, because that's all it comes down to, is you making that choice to choose and to believe that that's the sort of person that you are, or the sort of person that you can be. And I guarantee you guys, if you've been struggling with your habit creation, or you've been struggling with making the changes that you want to make, take on board these 2 tips. Today, start for 5 minutes, do it for a week, 10 minutes a second week, 10 minutes a third week, whatever you want, and give yourself permission to have. And most importantly, just give yourself a break. Be kind to yourself. You're not shit, you're not bad, just because you can't do what everybody else does. You're trying to start a new habit, so be bloody proud of yourself. dig your heels in and get it done. But most importantly, give yourself time to improve and go slowly. Enjoy the process, enjoy the work. And I guarantee you, if you do that, if you take on board these 2 tips, you have a much, much higher chance of success. I appreciate you watching again today, guys. Thank you so much for your support, and you'll be hearing from me soon with another video, and I'll catch you soon.